It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Titans.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You got three down. Check 24. Motion. One. Check.
Mariota gives to Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at his own 49.
Where are they, team? Watch the flag. Three. Watch the flag.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 27-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, empty. Kill.
Now Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming for you.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After after a turnover, I feel like I might have him a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Titans, gain of 12. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
A first down carry for Henry. Room to run again. Past the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw, Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To throw is Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Titans 3, Eagles 0. Ryan Suckup on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the run, watch the run. Slam, slam.
Hey, red 5-2, out here.
54. Mike 50.
Wentz now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shift.
Let's go. Great.
Check 31, check 31. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Let's find two. Let's find two.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Nice move.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Titans 10, Eagles 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Democratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
34-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Kill. Turn up.
Great.
Kill. Turn up.
On first down, Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
He's checking.
Hey, empty.
On first down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
That's how we do it.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Kill.
Here's Wentz to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, let's get that ball, man.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Let's go, Heavy. Everyone's... One. What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Push him back. One.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Wentz. A man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
58, right over there.
To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to Arthega right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Straight 15, straight 15.
Watch the eye. Quick that.
Sunday. What's this up?
And they give this time to the tailback. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58's the money. I'm coming. You go tight. You got tight right there. Switch.
Watch the safety creep.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Ram.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Man 5-7.
You're not ready. Check
Go. Come on now. What's this up?
Throwing his Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Trey 15. Trey 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Hey. Right there.
Sunday.
54 miles.
Throwing on first is Wentz. The quick slant caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
No.
He'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And the Titans first down.
50.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Let's go, team. It's gonna be a long day.
On second down. Here's Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. I know he ain't got it. Go. 50 wants the mic. Focus, defense, focus.
Now Mariota. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On the ground with a tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Mariota now. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33.
Watch 54, watch 54. Yo.
Let's 5-7.
54. Mike 54. Exit. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Wins. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
74.
Watch twitch.
Hey, exit.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's get that ball. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Wentz. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Here we go.
120.
Cut. Slam.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They come up in an offset eye. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Don't get nervous. He's coming. We got time.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on to victory there, would be their third of the year. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line, hit comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
Hey, let's get there. Kill. Jim.
Now a handoff looking right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there. Second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal.
Let's go, baby. Mike 50. It's a game situation. Let's go.
Lion.
Back to throw. Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
Hey, tight. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Hey, stand.
Rip right. Check 99. Check 99.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24, Eagles 21.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Back.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5.